Liftoff.
Hey everybody, Weekend Confirmed Question of the Week with Garnett Lee. Hope you will get your questions into us through Twitter, Facebook, or now the GameFly app. That's right, Del Rio pulled this one out of the GameFly app from Psychic, who asks, why is Nintendo making Pokemon Black and White 2 for DS instead of 3DS? Not a great way to promote your new system, I say. Well, I mean, I think the clear thing here is it's a matter of platform install base and who you're trying to sell the game to. And in this case, Pokemon has a long history. I mean, if you look at how much time it took them to move through the various iterations of the handheld hardware, they've always kind of lagged behind because they're a mass market game. And that begs the question of, when does a game or a developer move a title over to the next platform to take advantage of those new features that you get, right? Same thing happened when we went PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, and I'm sure it's one of the reasons now that we're having a lot of fits and starts over when is the next generation of consoles going to start, because you have to start asking those questions of, well, if I go to the other platform, how many people are going to be able to buy my game, and are the people who want to buy my game going to be there? So to your Pokemon Black and White question, look, this is Pokemon Black and White 2. You know all those people want to get into it who played Pokemon before. They put a lot of work into developing new storylines, which for Pokemon's a big deal. I mean, keep in mind, they've recycled Pokemon a number of times. A number of times those colors were just a couple of different tweaks in the Pokedex. But this is a legit version of, like, we're going to make more Pokemon game for you. So they wanted to make sure that they had more audience to get it to. The way to do that was by going onto the platform where there's more people who they know have the ability to play the game because they've already bought the other Pokemon games. So you're going to see the same thing. You know, it came up, since we're going to talk about God of War, that God of War 2 was talked about being a PlayStation 3 title. But Shuei Yoshida encouraged the team to make sure and make it a PS2 game so that it hit into the install base. Now imagine, think about when that game came out. If God of War 2 had come out on PlayStation 3, how many people would have missed it? And by the time you had gotten a PlayStation 3, would you really wanted to go back and play God of War 2 Greatest Hits version? You know, I think it's that same sort of dilemma that launch games oftentimes run into. And when you've got an established franchise, especially becomes important to make it to where those fans, your most loyal customers, can get to that game and play it. So we're going to see a lot of this, I think, at E3. You got a lot to look forward to. We have big plans in the works for E3, and heck, it is almost here. So keep the questions coming, listen to the show, and of course, YouTube it up, man. You gotta get the daily show. Shack News Daily. Subscribe to that on the Shack News Games feed. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you next week.
For graphics, like at all. And so now they're going to make Wasteland 2, and that's great. Like, you get to have that. And also, what's great about Kickstarter is you're part of the game. I mean, if you give enough money to the actual Kickstarter, you can be in the game. Like, I can have Carlos on PC. What? Why do I not have... I'm going to have it, actually. So that's really cool. And, of course, Double Fine, gazillions of dollars they have. That's...